Good morning, dear students. I hope you all are fine at your home. So, as we were discussing chapter life and some of the topics were covered by us, okay, like dispersion, refraction, reflection, these were the topics of the chapter which were concluded by us. Okay. Now I will come to the next topic, that is human eye. We human beings are capable of seeing the colorful world around us. We are capable of seeing the things around us because of the eyes, because of our specific sense organs which are eyes. So the eyes of human beings, which appears to be simple from the exterior, every human being has been provided with the two eyes. The eyes which appears to be simple from the outside are not so simple. The eyes has a complex structure, and in this chapter you will have to study about the structure of eyes. You will have to study about the structure of eyes. So once have a look towards the board.
Perception of the world of light, darkness and color is shaped to a large extent by a sense of sight. Vision involves both the eyes and the brain. The eyes work as sensors and transmit information about the world outside to our brain. To understand exactly how this happens, let's explore the different parts of the eye.
Eyes are the specific organs which are meant to produce the sensation of sight in human beings and in other animals. But for human beings or for any other animals, only eyes are the not one which are involved to give us a proper sense of sight. Eyes along with the brain gives us the proper sense of the sight. Eyes along with the brain gives us the proper sense of the sight. The eyes and the brain contains the specific nerve cell. When we see the object, these nerve cells, optic nerve cells, interprets, modifies the information, and then we get the correct idea of the object that is visualized by us. In simple language, I would say that eyes are not only responsible to give us a proper sense of sight. Along with eyes, our brain also collapse with the eyes. Both eyes and brain merges the information, and then we get the proper sense of sight. For this, eyes has a specific nerve cells called optic nerves. When the image is formed on the eyes, the information is carried by optic nerves to the brain, and then our brain judges that yes, we are seeing the particular object that has particular color and shape. So eyes and brain both are responsible to give out the proper sense of sight. In order to understand it clearly, you should be having the proper concept of the structure of eyes. You should be having the proper concept of structure of eyes. Okay, you all see it?
Click each label to learn more.
Okay, this image is showing the structure of the eyes, the structure of a human eye with its various parts. This image is showing the internal structure, the structure of an eye with its various parts. The outermost part of the eye is called sclera. The outermost white part of the eye which is visible to us is called sclera. Sclera has a back white tough transparent layer which is called cornea. Now one by one many parts of the human eye are indicated over here. Now on one by one I'll be clicking on each of the part, and then I'll explain you regarding the first part of the eye, that is sclera. The first part of the eye that we have to study about is sclera.
The sclera, also known as the white of the eye, is clearly visible when the eye is open. This tough, white, opaque wall maintains the shape of the eyeball and protects the inner parts of the eye.
white part of the eye, this visible white part of the eye is called sclera. What is the main function of sclera? As sclera is the outermost part, so its main function is to provide protection to the other internal parts of the eyes. Its task is to provide the protection to the other internal parts of the eyes. And second, it controls the shape of the eyeball. It controls the shape of the eyes. Okay, the first part is sclera. The outermost white visible part is said to be sclera. As it is the outermost part, so its first task, its first function is to provide the protection. Apart from providing protection, sclera is also responsible for maintaining the shape of our eyeball. Okay, maintaining the shape of our eye or eyeball. Now coming to the next part, that is cornea.
At the front of the eye, the sclera merges with the cornea. Unlike the opaque sclera, the cornea is a clear, transparent and slightly bulging surface that allows light to enter the eye. Along with the lens, the cornea causes these light rays to bend, creating a sharp image focused on the retina.
The part next to sclera is considered to be cornea. What is cornea? The clear, transparent, bulging surface through which the light enters in our eyes is said to be cornea. Cornea of the eyes bears the lens which helps in the image formation. आपको पता है कि कैमरा जो होते हैं हमारे मोबाइल फोन्स के जो कैमरा है, the cameras of our mobile phones or in the initial days that block shaped, square shaped cameras were used. So what is the main use of camera? The main use of cameras are mainly used for the image formation. Why they are used for the image formation? Because camera contains a lens in them. In the same way, the eyes of human beings are also used for forming the image, for producing the sense of sight. The eyes of human beings also contains a lens. So lens I'll be discussing afterwards. The second part of the eye is cornea. Cornea is also the white bulging part. What is the main function of cornea? Cornea allows the light to enter in our eyes. Okay, now next thing, you must have observed that most of the people around us have black eyes. This is a common vision that most of the people around us have black eyes. But in some cases, we even observe people with the blue eyes, and even in some cases we observe rarely we observe some of the people having the green eyes. So why the color of the eyes varies sometimes in the variety of human beings. In human beings generally eyes are considered to have black color, but हमने देखा है कि कुछ लोगों की eyes जो होती हैं that are beautiful blue in color, and some of them rarest have even green eyes. Why is it so? This is because of the iris. The third part of the eyes is iris. Iris controls the amount of light entering in our eyes, and because of the color of the iris, our eyes are considered to be of different colors. It could be of black, it could be blue or green.
Visible to the cornea is the pigmented part of the eye called the iris. The color of the eye, blue, green or brown, depends on the amount of pigment present in the iris. Muscles in the iris are used to constrict or dilate the pupil, controlling the amount of light reaching the retina.
थर्ड पार्ट इज आइरिस. आइरिस का फर्स्ट फंक्शन क्या होता है कि द मसल्स विच आर प्रेजेंट इन आइरिस, इट allows the iris to contract and relax. It allows the iris to contract and relax, and through the contraction and relaxation of iris, we say that iris is the regulatory term. Iris is the regulatory part of the eyes, because iris controls the amount of light entering in our eyes. Iris controls the amount of light entering in our eyes, and because of the colorful pigment present in the iris, we consider that our eyes of human beings are of variety of colors. It can be blue, it could be black, brown, or even in the rarest cases it could be green. Now this colorful part is clear. Now what is the second function of iris? The main function of iris is to control the amount of light entering in our eyes. Okay? So because of this, you must have observed that sometimes if we stand outside on a bright sunny day, if you stand outside and suddenly when you enter inside your room, what happens? Everything seems to be dark. Everything seems to be dark. For a while, for a couple of minutes, the complete scenarios inside our room seems to be dark. Why it seems to be dark? Because the iris, muscles of the iris or the iris is adjusting the size of people to control the amount of light from bright region to dark region. As we are entering from a very bright region to a room dark region, so the muscles of iris are also controlling, contracting, dilating to minimize or maximize the amount of light entering in our eyes. इसी वजह से हमें अंधेरा लगता है, क्योंकि अब मसल्स जो होती हैं वो स्ट्रेच होके साइज को बड़ा करती हैं, so that more and more light can enter in our eyes. So till that time everything seems to be dark. Okay, now coming to the next part, that is pupil. Coming to the next part, that is pupil.
The pupil is a small round opening in the middle of the iris that allows light to reach the retina. Muscles in the iris control the size of the pupil. When too much light enters the eye, the pupil constricts or becomes smaller, reducing the amount of light reaching the retina. When too little light enters the eye, the pupil dilates or expands, allowing more light to reach the retina.
Okay, so the small hole.
Drag the slider to see the effect.
The small hole which is visible inside the eyes is said to be pupil. You all are familiar with this term. Pupil dilates and contracts to control the amount of light that is entering in the retina. First of all, let me tell you what is retina. I'll explain you it in description, but let me introduce you to term retina. What is retina? Retina is a screen. Retina is a part of eye where image formation takes place. Retina is a screen, or retina is a part of eye where image formation takes place. So pupil of the eye controls, contracts and expands to control the amount of light that is entering to our retina, or that is reaching to our screen, that is retina. Okay? When there is too much of light, the pupil size of pupil contract, so that sufficient amount of light enters to the retina. And when there is little of light, we are in a dark area, the pupil expands so that more and more light can reach to the retina and proper image formation can take place. This is the reason that on entering from a bright sunny day to a dark room, that when we are standing on outside on a bright sunny day, so from outside to inside, when we go from outside to inside, we feel dark for a couple of minutes, because the pupil is now in the dark room trying to expand so that now sufficient proper amount of light should reach to retina. So for that time period, till the pupil is adjusting itself, for that time period the things appears to be dark. The things appears to be dark. Okay. Now next is retina. As I told you, retina is the screen or retina is the part of eye where image formation takes place.
The retina is a light-sensitive layer that lines the back of the eye. Light rays from an object are bent first by the cornea and then further by the lens, causing an inverted image to be focused on the retina. The brain then interprets this image right side up. Amazing, isn't it? The retina is a light-sensitive layer that lines the back of the eye. Light rays from an object are bent first by the cornea and then further by the lens, causing an inverted image to be focused on the retina. The brain then interprets this image right side up. Amazing, isn't it? Photoreceptors are essential play each label to learn more. The retina is a light-sensitive layer that lines the back of the eye. Light rays from an object are bent first by the cornea and then further by the lens, causing an inverted image to be focused on the retina. The brain then interprets this image right side up. Amazing, isn't it?
So as I told you, retina is the screen of our eyes. Retina is the place where the image formation takes place. Light from an object. Suppose this tree is an object and we are seeing it. So now in this case, tree is an object. The light from the object enters through cornea and then passes through the lens. Lens इसकी image बनाता है and then this image formation takes place on the retina. लेकिन रेटिना पे ये इमेज बन कैसा रहा है? रेटिना पे ये इमेज बन कैसा रहा है? Which type of image is formed on the retina? The image of the object that is formed on retina is inverted. Inverted means object is kept like this and the image is formed like this, upside down. But does it happen? क्या हमें पेड़ उल्टा दिखता है? Do we see any object as inverted? No. The image formation which occurs at retina leads to the inverted image, but the optic nerves carries this information to the brain. The brain interprets, changes, modifies the information and then we are able to see a proper erect object. Retina is the screen where the image formation takes place. Retina is the screen where the image formation takes place. Light from the object enters through cornea, passes through lens, lens forms the image and then an image is formed on the retina. But the image so far formed is inverted. But do we see an inverted object? No, we don't see an inverted object. We see an erect object because the information from retina is transferred to the brain. The brain interprets, modifies the information and we see an erect object. We see an erect object. Okay. The retina also contains, image formation occurs on retina. Retina also contains a kind of specific cells which are called photoreceptor cells. Retina also contains a kind of specific cells which are called photoreceptor cells. Which are called photoreceptors. The word photo, as I told you in the class also, the word photo itself means light. Receptors mean receiving. Retina contains a specific type of light sensitive cells which are called photoreceptors. What is the function of these photoreceptors? These photoreceptors, when the image is formed on retina, when the inverted image is formed on retina, these photoreceptors convert this information into electrical impulse. into electrical signals which are called electrical impulse, and from special type of nerve found in eye called optic nerve, these electrical impulses or electrical signals are carried to the brain, and the brain sees the erect image of the object, and the brain sees the erect image of the object. Clear to everyone? Okay. Retina also contains a specific type of cells which are called photoreceptors. Photoreceptors converts the information into electrical signals called electrical impulses. These electrical signals or electrical impulses are carried from eyes to brain through optic nerve. Now photoreceptors are of two types, rods and cones. Photoreceptors are of two types. One type is rod cells, another type is cone cells. One of the type is responsible for the bright and dim light, and another type is responsible for seeing the various kinds of colors. Okay, let's have a look.
Photoreceptors are specialized cells of the retina that respond to light. When an image is focused on the retina, photoreceptors translate these light impulses into electrical impulses. These electrical impulses are then sent to the brain through the optic nerve. There are two types of photoreceptors in the retina, rods and cones. Rods are most sensitive to changes in light and work well in low light, while cones are most sensitive to colors and work well only in very bright light.
Okay, so rods are the cells which work properly in the low light, and cones are the cells which sense colors, means cones are the photoreceptors which are responsible for identifying, for differentiating the various kinds of colors. The person suffering from color blindness, now just think about it, that what is the reason that the person suffering from the color blindness is not capable to differentiate between the various kinds of colors? And also you have to think about that why we are not able to see the colors clearly in the dark. This will be your homework, that you will have to analyze these two questions. I told you photoreceptors are of two types, rods and cones. Rods make us capable to observe the things in the low light, and cone cells allows us to differentiate, to see the variety of colors around us. Now you have to think about two questions, that what is the reason that the color blind person is not capable to see the various colors, is not capable to differentiate between the various colors, and why we are not able to see colors clearly in the dark. Okay, so this was all for today, structure of eyes. Now kindly go through the structure very clearly, and then I will be discussing the notebook questions in the next video. In the next video we will be discussing about the notebook questions. Okay, and kindly open your booklets. Booklets page number 5, question number 1. Booklets page number 5, question number 1. Observe the figure of human eye and label the various parts. The parts which are taught to you, each of the part is now known to you. You have to observe the structure carefully and label each and every part. So your homework would be question number 1 and 2. Your homework would be question number 1 and 2. Okay? And think about these questions. Thank you, class.